Hello friends, it's Terry with Terry's Mailbox, and today I'm going to show you how to accent your embossed images. And again, I'm using the distress paints again. I am posting for the Funky Junkie Boutique, and I had so much fun making these embossed birthday wishes. Again, using distress paints again. This is my new go-to medium. So again, I've got watercolor cardstock here. So what I'm doing is I picked out a rainbow. So I've got the salvage patina, picked raspberry, wild honey, wilted violet, and prize ribbon. So again, I'm just kind of adding a couple of drops of the paint onto my craft mat, and then I will spritz them. And I'll also spritz the watercolor paper first. And then I'm going ahead and laying it down. I'm using the smoother side of the watercolor paper, but look at how much paint gets picked up. And so I decided to do a print. So I went ahead and put two pieces of cardstock together so that I could share the wealth with all of that paint. And so now I'm just spritzing and letting them run and get beautiful. So I had some mud there. So I got rid of the mud, added some more, spritzed some more water on here so that I could get the last two prints for my card, for the backgrounds of my cards. So again, you should see a red arrow at the lower right-hand section of your screen. I'd love it if you would come and be one of my subby friends on YouTube. We could have just so much fun doing brightly colored flowers and just designs, and would love to have you join me. So again, I'm still just kind of printing and scripting and doing my thing here. So we'll clean up that background, and there are the cards there. And again, sometimes you can use a towel to kind of pick up the line that appears at the edge if you don't like that, or you can tap it off on your craft mat. There's lots of different things you can do, but remember, until the paint dries, it is very movable. So I went ahead and pulled out my heat tool, and I'm just drying the backgrounds out so that I can, then move on to the next step. So again, you can see me here kind of tapping and moving and just letting the paints do their thing. And I had a little space there in the corner I didn't like because it had this big white blob, so let's get rid of it. So again, just still kind of heating and tapping and picking stuff up, and just making sure I'm happy with the backgrounds. And I like the way they came out. They're all just a little bit different. So again, here are the backgrounds. So you can kind of see same colors, just very, very different looks on the pieces of watercolor. So I'm going to use the numbered 3D embossing folder. Our challenge this month is numbers. So I decided birthday cards and numbers go together. So here you can see I've embossed all of those painted pieces, but again, you can't really see the numbers. They don't really pop. So I grabbed my Villainous Potion and my largest brayer that I have, which happens to be a speedball brayer. So I'm inking it up, and then I'm just going to start running it across the top of those embossed pieces. Now look at the difference. Look at how, how bright and how those numbers just really pop on this thing. I really thought that was cool. I'll have another video showing embossed images and making the embossed area pop. I hope to get that one done fairly soon, but it's kind of on my list of things to finish. So for right now, I'm still working here with the Villainous Potion, and you can see that all of these, just really pop, and the colors are a little bit different. They all have purple in them, obviously. Purple is my favorite color. So again, just kind of letting the numbers pop up here. So I'm real happy with the way these turned out. So look at those. So the next thing we got to do is add a happy birthday sentiment. Let's find one. So I went to the Bold Sayings, number 433, and pulled out the happy birthday. And I have a piece of vellum. I decided to work on vellum with this one. And after I got them stamped and embossed, I went ahead and trimmed them with my decal edge trimmer. But for right now, we're just putting clear embossing powder on. And then I'm going to pull out my heat tool again. And again, it's important when you're heating up vellum that you don't get too close or you don't stay in one area. But again, watching embossing powder melt is just so rewarding. I love to watch this. So again, this is Villainous Potion with clear embossing powder on here. And I just really like the way these turned out. And I'm going to put those on the very front of my card pieces. So again, here I'm going to go ahead and start gluing. So it's important when you're gluing vellum that you try to hide your glue or your tape runners. And again, obviously my letters are too big for tape runners. So I'm just using dots of white glue underneath the letter. So that's going to be really important. Again, I'm just using dots because I don't want it to squish out and show through the vellum. Vellum is kind of one of those unforgiving substances. So again, just kind of using my dot method here. And so then we'll go ahead and pick that up and then glue it onto the very center. And then I'll go ahead and attach the watercolor to A2 card bases. So again, here are the 4 cards. This time I did do 4. Again, all with the happy birthday, all different kind of backgrounds. I just really love the way these turned out. So again, it's Terry with Terry's Mailbox. I am posting for the Funky Junkie Boutique. Again, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Blogger, and YouTube. Would love it if you would come and subscribe. Have a great day.